Good morning. Okay, we are going to make my smoothie that I'm absolutely loving right now. So, um, this is for me. This is like my menopausal, like mistress of menopause smoothie, and it's making me feel quite nice. I recently started hormone replacement therapy, the Femring, and I also take progesterone. And I talked about this in my podcast. I pretty much was ignoring menopause because I wasn't having a lot of symptoms besides the weight gain, brain fog, and some mood stuff, right? But I didn't know about the things that were happening inside. And one of the things that I found over the years is because I look relatively younger than my chronological age, my doctors, when I would bring them certain things, they'd be like, "Oh, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine." And I'm like, this weight gain, like this isn't. Things just aren't making sense. I'm actually not feeling quite myself. Thank goddess, a few months ago, I got a doctor, and I didn't even know that she was a state certified menopause specialist when I started going to her. So she got me on HRT, and getting me on HRT kind of got me back into really paying attention to the things that I put in my body, which I really hadn't been doing because I was taking care of my mom and just like dealing with the stress of that and the depression of that after her passing. So it's like, oh, hey, it's been a year and I don't know, 5 months since my mom has passed. November, December. A year and 4 months since my mom has passed. Now it's time for me to like get my shit together and get myself back to myself or a better version of myself. So I was like, okay, let me get my protein because the people are talking about protein, protein, protein. I already have my cashews that have been soaked. I don't do dairy. I rarely do eggs. Obviously, I don't do any red meat, no chick, like none of that, right? And I do fish, but I don't even do that enough. And so I could tell by my nails over the years that they were getting very brittle. A cashew milk base. So we have our cashews, and then we are going to add 2 cups of water. We are going to add a little bit of Canadian maple syrup. All right. We're going to add a little cinnamon. A little cinnamon, she says. And then just like a dash of salt. I made the mistake of putting too much salt in one of these a couple of weeks ago, and it messed up the whole. So then we're gonna and the vanilla. All right, I made one last week, and it literally tasted like a milkshake. Cashew milk is done. So this is protein and collagen for the skin. For the skin, okay? There we go. So we got to keep the skin, right? Correct. So they recommend that you do this whole scoop, but let me tell you something. I did the whole scoop the first day and it tore my stomach up. So then I did a little bit more research and they said you have to slowly introduce these things into your body. So I've been doing just like a half a scoop. I feel like now maybe I could do a little more than a half a scoop, but I don't want to get too wild. All right. So there's my protein and my collagen. And then I have my flax and chia. And again, these are things that I just wasn't doing. I just really wasn't paying attention to. So I just do like what can fit in my palm of the flax and the chia seeds. So this is good for fiber, digestion, all those things. And then I had a mushroom blend with cacao and 5 mushrooms. I don't do a ton of this. I just do a teaspoon because that's what's recommended here. And this has, let's see, this is also a Canadian brand. Oh yeah, here we go. Cacao, chaga, mushroom, cordyceps, lion's mane. No, sorry. Cacao packed with chaga, and then we have cordyceps mushrooms, lion's mane, reishi, and turkey tail. And is rich in antioxidants and fortifies the immune system. I know you didn't just knock my jar off the table. You're gonna get it. I am recording. So yeah, so this is just a half a teaspoon. So we'll do one, all right. And then I found, it's so funny because I was reading about different berries. Again, this is a Canadian blend, a Nordic mix, melange nordique. And so this is Canadian cranberries, wild blueberries, and Haskap berries. I had never heard of Haskap berries, but they are supposed to be really good in like vitamin C and antioxidants and all that good stuff. So I just put some in there, and this is what the Haskap berry looks like. It's also called a honeydew berry. But that's what it looks like. So I've never seen them in the States. And the taste is so good. Oh, it's so good. So then I have some, if you saw my other video, this is the rest of my oat bites that I made from the carrot apple beet juice. And I kept the pulp and I mixed the pulp with oats and pepitas and maple sugar, and I put them in the oven, and it wasn't great. It wasn't great. I'm going to just say that. It wasn't great. Okay? But I said, you know what? I'm going to just put these things in the freezer and add them to my smoothies. So that's what I did. And then I have some more pulp here. So this was from a beet. No. Yeah. This was something else. This is the pulp from something else. I think this was orange, beet, and something. So I just put them in ice holders, and then we add them to our smoothies because we don't want to waste. And then on the other side, I have this is from the celery that I juiced last week. So now we're gonna blend this up. So that's it. So here's our smoothie. I usually like it a lot thicker. I added a little too much water to my cashews, but here we go. A beautiful proteiny shake.